while you sleep on the sofa. If you stay up in my way, then I'm running you over. When you open up your eyes, then you gonna see Hofer. Just tell me what you want, I got that work in every form. Keep the conversation brief, gotta keep it off the phone. Got the Aussie, got the Molly, got the hydro from them pill heads. Got a couple bricks if you selling to the cokehead. Got a couple beats for the rapper, set the club on fire. Set it off to a nigga retired. From NC to PA to GA, you know a nigga trapping every motherfucking day like.
What could I say if y'all want more? What the fuck you bringing out them guns for? This is not a flex or a pedestal to stand on. We shooting different cannons. What you really want from me? T-shirt, sweat stain, ego, been braced. I don't know what y'all want, that's a phase. Shit don't really matter when you step up on the stage. This my soapbox anthem, the wisdom coming in random and melody play a part of the harmony.
What's good, everybody?
Like want to go your way these days, the lack of money and ways.
What's good with you? Glad to be back up here. We about to go ahead and work on this song. Gotta work on getting this song ready. Work on getting this song done with. Today we're gonna be working on the beat.
Lock doors in my face, find a way, this amazing.
That was Grinding All Day, featuring me and the product. So yes, we're gonna be working on getting everything done today. We're gonna work on getting everything ready today. The only thing we have to work on right now is the beat and working on getting the master, getting the everything situated right. That's what we're gonna be working on today. That's what we're gonna be figuring out today. See where we need to go for there, and yeah, let's go ahead and pull up Studio One, and we're gonna give a quick listen to it real quick and see where everything is sitting to see where we left off last time. So Studio One right here, and we actually gonna start from the second verse. I'm pretty sure y'all's tired of hearing the first verse right now. So we're gonna go ahead and start at the second verse.
I mean, I saw you out west. Knew it was a party, but I didn't get dressed up. Yeah, you know me well, and I always be a mess. But baby, I still got your name tatted on my chest like it was good till it wasn't. Knew you was a face, but I wouldn't call my bluffing. Cause every other second I be staring at you blushing. You know it was worth it, so don't say it was for nothing. We have the history.
So I think that mix is pretty good right now. Like I said, the main thing we focusing on today is the beat. We want to get the beat situated. We're going to bring all the volumes up. We're going to gain stage everything, which, side note, if you mixing a song, the first thing you're supposed to do is gain stage everything. Because you want everything sitting like you want to as you mixing it. But I'm backwards when it comes to my stuff. I choose to gain stage the beat now, make sure I got the beat right, make sure I got everything located the way I want it located, make sure I got room for everything in the beat now. And we're going to build the beat around the vocals that we already have, especially during the hook. So I'm going to go to the second hook right here, and we're going to actually build the beat around the second hook. And as we build it around the second hook, you're going to see that I'm going to be panning left and right. I'm going to bring some stuff up. I'm going to bring some stuff down. I want the main sounds to be the main sounds. We might even throw a little bit of effects on it. We're going to see how it's going to sound as we go. And yeah. And again, I appreciate y'all rocking out with me. If y'all liking this kind of content, let me know down in the comments. Leave a thumbs up. Leave a like for me. I appreciate you. And let me know how I can improve this format better for you. And if you have any questions, let me know so I can answer those questions. So let's continue with this process. So again, the whole thing we doing right now is just getting the beat situated. And we actually going to get that out of the way for now in a moment. And the first thing I really like to do is start off with my drums in the main instrument. And what I'm seeing now is the strings can get turned down because that's not my main instrument. I got some vocal chops in here for effects. Those can get turned down for now. I got my bass. My bass and my kit probably always go together. So I'm going to leave those right where they at for now. I got my snare, my hi-hats, and my percussions. The Rose is the main instrument for a majority of this. The only time the Rose really drop is during the last verse, the first half of the last verse. So, like I said, the driving force of the beat is the Rose. So, we're gonna go there.
We have the history, we got the time. Now in the moment, let's make up a.
Okay, so what I'm hearing right now, I definitely want to turn this snap up. I have a snap. It's not a snare, it's a snap. So I want to turn this snap up until it's about equal with the vocals, maybe a little right underneath them. So I'm gonna turn it up, and hopefully you got headphones on and you can hear the difference.
We have the history, we got the time. Now in the moment, let's make up our minds. I don't regret no decisions, but this one I wanna get right. No, you missed days in the rain and the shine. Yeah, we did it all, yeah, we been through.
Okay, so I like that how that sounded so far, and now I'm gonna bring up the kick a little bit.
We have the history, we got the time. Now in the moment, let's make up our minds. I don't regret no decisions, but this one I wanna get right. No, you missed days in the rain and the shine. Yeah, we did.
See, now that I brought the kick up, I also want to bring the snap up a little bit more because it's not really standing out as much as I wanted to.
We have the history, we got the time. Now in the.
And also on this snare, I'm gonna add a little bit of oomph to it. So we're gonna go over here to effects, and we're gonna see what we have that can also bring some light to it. And normally I have this color coded. I don't know why I didn't color code this like I normally do. I normally make my vocals one color. Let's make it blue. I made all my instruments one color. Let's make this, why not yellow? I made my kick and my bass one color, which is normally like a dark brown, dark reddish. And I make the rest of my drums one color, which is normally a bright red. So that's what I normally do, depending on which software I go with. With Logic, I got a little bit different coloring, but yeah, that's what I'm going with. And like I said, with this snap, I want to find something to help it stands out a little bit more. I am thinking maybe Diablo. Maybe Diablo. Let's try Diablo. All right. So I got Diablo right here. And I know they got some presets. Let's see. We're going to go with the snare enhancement and then go through them and see what it sounds like right now.
We have the history, we got the time. Now in the moment, let's make up our minds. I don't regret no decisions, but this one I wanna get right. No, you missed days in the rain and the shine. Yeah, we did it all, yeah, we.
See, I like how that sound, that brought it up, put a little bit of reverb on it, or boosted the reverb that was already naturally on the snap, and really brought the energy up front and forward out of that snare that I really wanted. I'm actually going to bring this down a little bit. So, yes, that's what I really wanted from that snap. And if you listen to it,
we have the history, we got the time. Now in the moment, let's make up our minds.
I really feel like that snare really like fits in perfectly with the vocals, and they not overriding each other. That's what I'm looking for when I'm putting extra effects on top of stuff. So with that being said, I actually think I want to boost the kick just slightly, and I'm gonna use Diablo, but I don't want a gritty kick. I want it still have it clean. And Diablo is a great tool also, especially with low end for me or enhancing stuff. Another plugin that I've been told that's great is Not by Decap. I haven't tested that one yet. I haven't used it yet, so I'm not quite sure how that one is, but that's what I heard. So right now with the kick, I put it on the punchy kick. I'm not sure if I'm gonna use that one in Diablo, but we're gonna test it out right now.
Only am I ride or die. I mean, I saw you out west.
Well, I went too far back. Let's go back.
We have the history, we got the time. Now in the moment, let's make up our minds. I don't regret no decisions, but this one I wanna get right. No, you miss days in the rain and the shine. Yeah, we did it all, yeah, we been through the highs. There was the lows, but there's nothing to hide. My one and only, am I right? We have the history, we got the time. Now in the moment, let's make up our minds. I don't regret.
I mean, I like how the kick is sitting with the Diablo on there. I don't know if I want to keep it on there with Diablo on it. Again, the snare is pretty much going to be the snare, whatever you want to call it, is pretty much the driving force right now as far as everything. And I don't want the snare to overpower everything that I have going on with the snare. So I'm going to give it one more listen, and then I'm going to see if that's what I want to keep on there.
We have the history, we got the time. Now in the moment, let's make up our minds. I don't regret no decisions, but this one I wanna get right. No, you miss days in the rain and the shine. Yeah, we did it all.
Okay, so what I'm hearing right now, my producer brain want to bring the kick up. My producer brain want to bring the kick up to.
We have the history, we got the time. Now in the moment, let's make up our minds. I don't regret.
And again, right now, I'm not sure if I want to keep it like this, but if I boost the kick, I'm gonna have to boost the snare, the snare. So.
We have the history, we got the time. Now in the moment, let's make up our minds. I don't regret no decisions, but this one I wanna get right. No, you miss days in the rain and the shine. Yeah, we did it all, yeah, we been through the highs.
I'm gonna leave it right there for now because I still got to bring the rest of the instruments in. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and start working on the hi-hats now. And with the hi-hats, I know I'm gonna have to pan it a little bit. So
we have the history, we got the time. Now in the moment, let's make up our minds. I don't regret no decisions, but this one I wanna get right. No, you miss days in the rain and the shine. Yeah, we did it all, yeah, we been through the highs. There was the lows, but there's nothing to hide. We have the history, we got the time. Now in the moment, let's make up our minds. I don't regret no decisions, but this one I wanna get right.
And I want to mute the vocals real quick because I really want to focus in on the percussion and the hi-hat. So right now I'm pretty much just dialing in the percussions and the hi-hats. I know I want the hi-hats heard, but I want the percussions felt. And I painted them out to give the middle room pretty much for the kick, the bass, and the snare. And I want the snap snare sitting above everything. I want the kick in the middle, and I want the bass in the low end. So right now, I'm trying to balance it out and getting everything situated right. I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions, again, ask me. I don't mind answering the questions for y'all. And if y'all liking this, leave a thumbs up for me. Like the video. If you liking this content, hit that subscribe button. And I really do appreciate it. So. So right now, what I'm hearing is I need to turn the percussion down just a tad bit. Because I want the percussion behind everything. So bring the vocals back, and then we're gonna start dialing in everything else along with it.
We have the history, we got the time. Now in the moment, let's make up our minds. I don't regret no decisions, but this one I wanna get right. No, you miss.
So I got the rolls, I turn the rolls up, and the rolls again is the main driving force. If you can see right here, the rolls pretty much playing for the whole beat. It's only one section, and that's this section right here that the rolls is not playing.
Cause you're my one and only.
So the rolls is pretty much the driving force. So I know out of all the instruments, other than the drums, of course, the rolls gonna be the loudest part. So I want to dial that into a nice balance with the vocals.
We have the history, we got the time. Now in the moment, let's make up our minds. I don't regret no decisions, but this one I wanna get right. No.
Now the rolls sound good like it is, but I'm also thinking about adding in maybe some ear candy, a little bit of flavor to that rolls. So maybe I don't want to go lo-fi-ish with it, but I do want to add something to it, something to bring out a little bit of dynamics in it. So with that being said, I'm thinking, I can use Pancake because it's already bouncing back and forth in the headphones. And I know I'm going to have to check this later when I'm doing the mixing. But I can add this to it, Pancake, and pretty much it's going to help bounce it more. Like I said, it's already bouncing as is. And this is my first time actually using Pancake, so I'm not sure how you use it. And we just gonna figure it out. If we do, I want to actually faster than that. What about? It's probably an eighth. No, that sounds way too fast. Leave it at a 4 for now. And again, I don't remember what instrument I played in this. It's been a while, so. That bring a little bit of texture to it. And again, I just using this for texture. I just want to bring a little bit of life to it, so it's not sounding so stale. So that's the only reason why I added that to it.
We have the history, we got the time. Now in the moment, let's make up our minds. I don't regret no.
But adding that on there also mean I have to boost it up a little bit, because that do make it quieter than what it was. So I'm gonna boost up the volume on there just a smidget.
Didn't get dressed.
Yeah.
We have the history, we got the time. Now in the moment, let's make up our minds. I don't regret no decisions, but this one I wanna get right. No, you miss days in the rain and the shine. Yeah, we did it all, yeah, we been through the highs. There was the lows, but there's nothing to hide. My one and only, yeah, my ride or die. We have the history, we got the time. Now in the moment, let's make up our...
Alright, so everything else, because I got Only thing I have left as far as the beat wise is the strings and the vocals. And I know I'm gonna pan both of them. I'm not gonna pan them hard. I am gonna pan them maybe about 30, 40 to each side. So we're gonna start off with the strings. We're gonna turn the strings up. The strings play a bigger part in the song, a bigger part of the song than the vocals do.
We have the history, we got the time. Now in the moment, let's make up our minds. I don't regret no decisions, but this one I wanna get right. No, you missed days in the rain and the shine. Yeah, we did it all, yeah, we've been through the highs. There was the lows, but there's nothing to hide.
And again, the strings, I always use strings to hold the chord progression. I like using strings or very soft synth pads. And they're pretty much going to hold the note and help add a little bit of atmosphere to the beat. That's why I like using strings or very soft synth pads. They pretty much did to hold the chord for you, to hold the root note for you, to give people a little bit of stretch. And like while the roads is going in and out, the string's gonna be constant just to add that filling some space. And I don't want it too loud. I want it behind everything. And again, I'm gonna pan it either left or right. I think with this one, I'm going to go more right, maybe. Let's see. Because sometimes it got a natural pull to one side with the instrument.
We have the history, like we right got the time. Now in the moment, let's make up our minds. I don't regret no decision.
The strings pull more to the left than the right. So I might just stick with the left pan, because the string's already pulling to the left. So I'm going to go ahead and pan it to the left. And again, it's roughly, I'm going to leave it at 42. And again, I don't want to make it too strong, because I still got one part right here, which I might just automatic for it to be center during this point. But I have this part right here. I know I might have to boost the strings here a little bit. So the strings is the primary section and maybe center them. But we get to that when we get to there.
We have the history, we got the time.
And again, only thing I have left is the vocal chops right here. So I'm going to go ahead and start turning them up. And I know I'm going to pan these to the right. So I'm going to go ahead and pan them to the right a little bit. And then we can dial it in after we get everything situated.
We have the history, we got the time. Now in the moment, let's make up our minds. I don't regret no decisions, but this one I wanna get right. No, you missed days in the rain and the shine. Yeah, we did it all, yeah, we've been through the highs. There was the lows, but there's nothing to hide. My one and
now with the vocals, I actually want to put the reverb on them just a little bit. The same reverb I got on the vocals, I want to put on the main vocals. I want to put this on the vocal chops. So I'm going to create a send right here and send it to the same reverb I'm sending everything else to, but I'm going to turn it down because I want very minimal reverb on that. And we're going to listen to how that sounds.
We have the history, we got the time. Now in the moment, let's make up our minds. I don't regret no decisions, but this one I wanna get right. No, you missed days in the rain and the shine. Yeah, we did it all, yeah, we've been through the highs. There was the lows, but there's nothing to hide. My one and only, am I ride or die? Cause you my one.
So that's how I want it to sit right now. I like how that feels. I'm going to listen to it through the verse right here, because I also want to make sure it sounds good during the verse also. And if I need to do any automation to change it up during the verse, then I will. But I need to see how it sounds during this verse.
My one and only, you're my ride or die. I mean, I saw you out west. Knew it was a party, but I didn't get dressed up. Yeah, you know me well, and I'll always be a mess. But baby, I still got your name.
Okay, so what I'm hearing right now, one, and I haven't touched it yet, is the bass. I need to turn the bass up. So I'm gonna turn the bass up, and I might already have it. No, I don't. So this bass, I'm actually gonna put guitar rig on it a little bit, and I want something to boost the bass and give it a little bit more bounce to the bass that I already have. So move my head out the way so we can see everything. Now I got it here. I'm gonna go with input, and we're gonna go bass, and we're gonna slide down until we find something better. And let's not forget to save this. I know they got like a jazz bass, a smooth jazz bass, or something like that we can use. Let's go with bass boost.
My one and only, you're my ride or die. I mean, I saw you out west. Knew it was a party, but
I mean, that works. I could use that. We're gonna see what else we got though. And again, if y'all enjoying this, let me know. If y'all got any questions for me, let me know. Anything that you want me to go over in future videos, or I can touch on real quick while I'm doing this one, definitely let me know. Because I enjoy doing this, and I plan on doing a lot more of these. And this is a lot easier for me than...
my one and only, you're my ride or die. I mean, my one and only, you're my ride or die. I mean, I saw you out west. Knew it was a party, but I didn't get dressed.
I like this, but it's a little bit too much distortion. And this is why you should know your plugins. Because I'm not going to lie to y'all, I don't know these plugins at all. Not this one at least. Let's see. If I turn you off.
My one and only, you're my ride or die. I mean, I saw you out west. Knew it was a party, but I didn't get dressed up. Yeah, you know me well, and I'll always be a mess. But baby, I still got you.
I actually like the bass boost better. It added enough. Let's see how sub.
My one and only, you're my ride or die. I mean, I saw you out west. Knew it was a party, but I didn't get dressed up. Yeah, you know me well, and I'll always be a mess. But
we're gonna use that one, at least for now. I like the grittiness. It's not too much distortion, and that was my main issue with the last one I picked. That distortion was way too much, and when I took it out, then it felt like I sucked the life out of it. So I'm gonna use that right there. And now we're gonna dial in the bass. And when you mixing or game staging, always do it during the loudest parts. That's why I'm doing it all during the hook, and I'm referencing it back during the verses, because the loudest parts is what you want the loudest. If you mix doing game staging or doing any type of mixing doing the quieter parts, so if the louder parts hit, let me get my word in right. If you're doing mixing and you mix during the quieter parts, when the louder parts hit, they're gonna hit a lot harder and a lot louder than you really want them to hit, and everything gonna be clipping. So find parts in the song where you got everything playing all at once, and the loudest part of the song. Most of the time, it's doing either the hook, the chorus, the last chorus, or doing the last chorus is a lot, especially with like pop songs. The last chorus is definitely most of the time where it's the loudest. So we're gonna go ahead dial the bass in again with the hook and get everything situated that way.
We have the history, we got the time. Now in the moment, let's make up our minds. 'Cause I don't regret no decisions, but this one I wanna get right. No, you mistakes.
Now I might have to. I am going to. I'm not. Might end that. I am going to side chain the bass. I am going to use my regular compressors like always. There we go. And we're gonna put it on the bass in the kit because I want the bass to be loud, but when the kit punch through, I want the kit to really punch through. So we're gonna create a side chain with you. And side chain on, turn side chain on here. Drop this down.
We have the history, we got the time. Now in the moment, let's make up our minds. 'Cause I don't regret no decisions, but this one I wanna get right. No, you missed days in the rain and the shine. Yeah, we did it all, yeah.
Let's see. Let's just double check to make sure it's doing what I want it to do.
We have the history, we got the time. Now in the moment, let's make up our minds. 'Cause I don't regret no decisions, but this one I wanna get right. No, you missed days in the rain and the shine. Yeah,
It don't seem like it's really doing it to me. To the kick.
We have the history, we got. We have the history, we got the time. Now in the moment, let's make up our minds. 'Cause I don't regret no decisions, but this one I wanna get right. No, you missed days in the rain and the shine. Yeah, we did it all, yeah. We've been through the highs. There was the lows, but there's nothing to hide. My one and only, yeah, my ride or die. 'Cause you're my one and only. Gonna settle down, love you right and slowly. Committed to a fast life, and now you own me. And I owe you. Yeah, I do notice all the shit that you do. Wanna see you come through. Yeah, you've been too alone. Watch each other move. Yeah, you see me be grown. And when they break your heart, man, it chills to the.
Okay. So, like I said, I just wanted the kit just to hit a little bit harder. So that's what I did there. And I think pretty much the beat is done. I know I'm gonna have to add some risers in it and some transitions. I don't know why I didn't add that beforehand, but
Die, 'cause you're my one and only. Gonna.
let's see. You know what? Let's do this. Let's remove you and actually put it over here. I think that's what I need to do, maybe. As y'all can see, I don't sidechain a lot. I really don't.
Die, 'cause you.
Back to the hook.
We have the history, we got the time. Now in the moment, let's make up our minds. 'Cause I don't regret no decisions, but this one I wanna get right. No, you missed days in the rain and the shine. Yeah, we did it all, yeah. We've been through the highs. There was the lows, but there's nothing to hide. My one and only, am I right or we have the history, we got the time. Now in the moment, let's make up our minds. I don't regret no decisions, but this one I wanna get right. No, you missed days in the.
Alright. So we got that set up, and again,
Only am I right or die? Cause you my.
doing this part, I know I had to do some automation in this. And one, I need to automate the volume. So from here, we're gonna say verse right here to right here. We need this whole section up. I don't know exactly how loud, but we're gonna turn it up.
Am I right or die? Cause you're my one and only. Gonna settle down, love you right and slowly. Committed to a fast life, and now you own me. And I owe you. Yeah, I don't know that. Die, cause you're my one and only. Gonna settle down, love you right and slowly. Committed to a fast life, and now you own me. And I owe you. Yeah.
Okay, and I also want to same areas, the panning, I want it straight center. And I don't know if I can do this. Yeah.
Ride or die, cause you're my one and only. Gonna settle down, love you right and slowly. Committed to a fast life, and now you own me. And I owe you. Yeah, I do notice all the shit that you do. Wanna see you come through. Yeah, you've been too alone. Watch each other move. Yeah, you see me be.
Okay, I kind of like that. We're gonna play that back though, because I want to make sure the strings is not overpowering the vocals. So we're gonna start halfway doing the hook.
No, you missed days in the rain and the shine. Yeah, we did it all. Yeah, we've been through the highs. There was the lows, but there's nothing to hide. My one and only, am I right or die? Cause you're my one and only. Gonna settle down, love you right and slowly. Committed to a fast life, and now you own me. And I owe you. Yeah, I do notice all the shit that. No, you missed days in the rain and the shine. Yeah, we did it all. Yeah, we've been through the highs. There was the lows, but there's nothing to hide. My one and only, am I right or die? Cause you're my one and only.
This part right here, the first part of this verse is very, very low compared to the rest. So,
Die, cause you're my one and only. Gonna.
or I can just turn down the strings. Let's see how that sounds if I just turn down the strings. Or if I just not raise the volume of the strings and just leave them alone.
Die, cause you're my one and only. Gonna settle down, love you right and
You can do
slowly.
that too.
Committed to a fast life, and now you
Don't
own
overthink
me.
things. Keep it simple.
And I owe you. Yeah, I do notice all the shit that you do. Wanna see you come through. Yeah, you've been too alone. Watch each other move. Yeah, you see me be grown. And when they break your heart, man, it chills to the bone. We got the history, we got the time. Now in the moment, let's make up our minds. I don't regret no decisions, but this one I wanna get right. Know you missed days in the rain and the shine.
And another thing that you also got to check, make sure you're not clipping. As you can see, I am clipping like a mother. So what we're going to do is highlight everything and turn everything down. because we don't need it clipping.
Die, 'cause you're my one and only.
I think I can do that with everything except for the main vocals, of course. I think I'm gonna have to go through and do those by hand because I got automation on them. So we're gonna turn this down by hand. And of course, all of it don't want to move. There we go. And
Left you to fate, but now I'm thinking we should talk about the past, about the present, how we walk away from one good thing that made our lives feel like spring. Got me left wondering if love's real, then why aren't we? We got the history, we got the
just want to make sure I'm moving it all.
left you to fate, but now I'm thinking.
I wish it was an easier way for me to do this right now. This is why you're supposed to gain stage in the beginning. Before you do this, and automation be the last step. But you know,
Left you to fate, but now I'm thinking.
I'm hard-headed. I don't listen.
Left you to fate, but now I'm thinking we should talk about the past, about the present, how we walk away from one good thing that made our lives feel like spring. Got me left wondering.
Okay, I'm gonna leave that there, and let's check out the hook. See how loud is the hook.
We got the history, we got the time. Now in the moment, let's make up our minds. I don't regret no decisions, but this one I wanna get right. Know you miss days in the rain and the shine. Yeah, we did it all, yeah, we got the history, we got the time. Now in the moment, let's make up our minds. I don't regret no decisions, but this one I wanna get right. Know you miss days in the rain and the shine. Yeah, we got the history, we got the time. Now in the moment, let's make up our minds. I don't regret no decisions, but this one I wanna get right. Know you miss days in the rain and the shine. Yeah, we did it all, yeah, we been through the highs. There was the lows, but that's nothing to hide. My one and only, yeah, my ride or die. I mean, I saw you out west. Knew it was a party, but I didn't get dressed up. Yeah, you know me well, and I always be.
So right now, I'm trying to make sure the beat don't cover any of the vocals or anything like that. I don't want the vocals getting lost in the beat. So I'm just trying to balance out the beat around the vocals, making sure the vocals still sound full, make sure the vocals are still present, make sure the vocals are still the center focus of everything, and nothing not taken away from the vocals. Again, this is why you're supposed to game stage in the beginning, but I'm hard-headed, like I always said. And there is no rules to this. There is really no rules to this. Mix the way that you want to mix. Find a pattern that works for you and do it. This right here is causing me a little bit more work than I wanted to do, but it is what it is. So we're gonna go back through and again, just balance out the vocals and everything else.
We got the history. Put you on top. Made my mistake, but at one time you were my rock. Left it.
And always mix at a low volume too. That's also another tip that I always learn and I live by. Mix at a low volume. If you can make it sound good at a low volume, when you turn it up, it's gonna sound even better.
Put you on top. Made my mistake, but at one time you were my rock. Left it to fate, but now I'm thinking we should talk about the past, about the present, how we walked away from one good thing that made our lives feel like spring. Got me left wondering if love's real, then why aren't we? We got the history, we got the time. Now in the moment, let's make up our minds. I don't regret no decisions, but this one I wanna get right. Know you missed days in the rain and the shine. Yeah, we did it all, yeah, we been through the highs. There was the lows, but that's nothing to hide. My one and only, am I ride or die? I mean, I saw you out west. Knew it was a party, but I didn't get dressed up. Yeah, you know me well, and I always be a mess. But baby, I still got your name tatted on my chest like it was good till it wasn't. Knew you was a face, but I wouldn't call my bluffing. Cause every other second I be staring at you blushing. You know it was worth it, so don't say it was for nothing. We have the history, we got the time. Now in the moment, let's make up our minds. I don't regret no decisions, but this one I wanna get right. Know you missed days in the rain and the shine. Yeah, we did it all, yeah, we been through the highs. There was the lows, but there's nothing to hide. My one and only, yeah, my ride or die. Cause you my one and only. Gonna.
So I got my transition that I always like using. And let's see if I can actually find it. Is it in here? This is my crash folder, right? Crash, yeah. There you go. It's one of these. This one right here. So I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna place these in certain areas where I feel like it need a transition.
Put you on top. Made my mistake, but
Turn
at
it down
one
a
time you
little bit
were.
more.
Put you on top. Made my. Put you on top. Put you on top. Made my mistake, but at one time you were my rock. Left it to fate, but now I'm thinking we should talk about the past, about the present, how we walked away from one good thing that made our lives feel like.
And I feel like right there I want to crash.
Away from one good thing.
I want like a cymbal. I got a reverse cymbal, but I want a cymbal. Let's go with that one. So it's gonna build up from the beginning, like.
Put you on top. Made my mistake, but at one time you were my rock. Left it to fate, but now I'm thinking we should talk About the past, about the present, how we walk away from one good thing that made our lives feel like spring. Got me left.
And of course, we gotta get the levels right. Once we get the levels right, I feel like this sounds good. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Y'all feeling this right now?
At one time you were my rock.
I need to make
Left
sure
it
I'm
to
not all
fate,
up
but
on the
now I'm
mic.
thinking we should talk about the past, about the present, how we walk away from one good thing that made our lives.
I like that, but it's this one right here. I need something that's gonna hit a little bit harder, but sound a little bit more magical. I need something that's gonna hit in the top register, like something that's gonna sound like Christmas. I mean, that one could work.
How we walk away from one good thing.
Now, if I time stretch this,
Walk away from one good thing that made.
that sound a little bit better, and I want to pitch it up.
Walk away from one good thing.
Maybe not that much. How about two? Can I pitch it up 2 semitones?
Walk away from one good thing that made our lives feel like. Walk away from one good thing that made our lives feel like spring. Got me left wondering if love's real, then why aren't we?
And then we're gonna go ahead and pull this over, this transition right here over. Since we already got this pretty much balanced in there, we're just gonna make sure we got it lined up right. Cause I had that completely lined up. Rough wrong. Da da da. That should be it right there.
We got the history.
And that right there was definitely help with the transition to the hook. So we're gonna start back from the first verse just to see how it is and make sure that we don't have nothing that's cutting off the vocals also. So we want the vocals still to sit up top. And y'all let me know if y'all can hear everything clearly.
But you on top, made my mistake, but at one time you were my rock. Left it to fate, but now I'm thinking we should talk about the past, about the present, how we walk away from one good thing that made our lives feel like spring. Got me left wondering if love's real. But you on top, made my mistake, but at one time you were my rock. Left it to fate, but now I'm thinking we should talk about the past, about the present, how we walk away from one good thing that made our lives feel like spring. Got me left wondering if love's real, then why aren't we? We got the history, we got the time. Now in the moment, let's make up our minds. I don't regret no decisions, but this one I wanna get right.
I want to put another transition right here, but I think I'm going to use this one right here. So in the middle of the hook, it's like,
we got the history, we got the time. Now in the moment, let's make up our minds.
that's how I think it should sound. Y'all let me know what y'all think about it.
But this one I wanna get right. Know you miss days in the.
I'm still not happy with that symbol right there. I'm still not happy with the second one. So you know what? I'm just going to continue looking because I'm not happy with it yet. And I am getting mad text messages right now. I need it to stop. I forgot to put my phone on Do Not Disturb mode. All right. I need some. Let's see about impacts. If we go to impacts, I don't know what my impacts sound like. If I use this and EQ off the low end, it may work. We're gonna see. Never be scared to sound design if you got to.
Away from one good thing.
No, that's not gonna work, is it?
Present how we walk. Away from one good thing. That made our life.
Maybe.
Present how we walk.
Let's get an EQ and EQ off that low end and see.
Present how we walk. Away from one good thing. Present how we walk. Away from one good thing. That made our life.
That sounds a little bit better.
Present how we walk. Away from one good thing. Present how we walk. Away from one good thing. That made our lives feel like spring. Got me left wondering if love's real, then why aren't we? We got the history, we got the time. Now in the moment, let's make up our minds. I don't regret no decisions, but this one I wanna get right. Know you miss days in the rain and the shine. Yeah, we did it all, yeah, we've been through the highs. There was the lows, but that's nothing to hide. My one and only, yeah, my ride or die. I mean, I saw you.
Alright. And then I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm just gonna copy and paste this over. I'm just gonna copy and paste this over, so we had the same transitions in the same places. We don't have to worry about too much.
There was the lows, but that's nothing to hide. My one and only, and my ride or die. I mean, I saw you out west.
I might can turn this up just a smidget.
There was the lows, but that's nothing to hide. My one and only, and my ride or die. I mean, I saw you out west. Knew it was a party, but I didn't get dressed up. Yeah, you know me well, and I'll always be a mess. But baby, I still got your name tatted on my chest. Like, it was good till it wasn't. Knew you was a phase, but I wouldn't call my bluffing. Cause every other second, I'd be staring at you blushing. You know it was worth it, so don't say it was for nothing. We have the history, we got the time. Now in the moment, let's make up our minds. I don't regret no decisions, but this one I wanna get right. Know you miss days in the rain and the shine. Yeah, we did it all, yeah, we've been through the highs. There was the lows, but there's nothing to hide. My one and only, yeah, my ride or die. Cause you're my one and only. Gonna settle down, love you right and slowly. Committed to a fast life, and now you own me. And I owe you. Yeah, I do notice all the shit that you do. Wanna see you come through. Yeah, you've been too alone. Watch each other move. Yeah, you see me be grown. And when they break your heart, man, it chills to the bone. We got the history, we got the time. Now in the moment, let's make up our minds. I don't regret no decisions, but this one I wanna get right.
So what I had to do, what I'm noticing is the bass is a little bit too strong. So I'm pulling back on the bass because the bass is drowning out the vocals. I that just happened, didn't it? I'm gonna be so upset. So upset. And I couldn't tell you the last time I saved this. Yep. Yeah. So what just happened is my whole vocal chain decide I'm doing too much and decide to just close out all the plugins I'm using on my vocal chain. So I'm gonna have to go back in, refix my vocal chain. And because I don't know the last place I saved this, it's gonna be a little minute. But it's fine. It's fine.
I mean, I saw you out west. Knew it was a party, but I didn't get dressed up. Yeah, you know me well, and I always be a mess. But baby, I still got your name tatted on my chest, like.
Okay, so I'm gonna go offline. I'm gonna fix this. I appreciate y'all joining me today. Appreciate y'all joining me, and I hope this help you with your mixing beats, especially when you got vocals. Stage game, always stage games before you do anything. It will save you a whole bunch of time and a bunch of headache. And yeah, that's all I got to say. I will check y'all out later. Thank you for joining me on this episode. If you like this, hit the subscribe button. And again, I plan on doing this a lot more. So if you have any questions for me, anything you want me to go over on how